You are source energy, pure positive energy, and that part of you feels really, really good. And you say, oh good, I like this story so far. And then we say, and you came into this physical body and you explored, and in that exploration you found some of what you didn't want, and you say, oh, I'm not liking this story so much now. And then we say, but out of that you also found what you did want, and you say, oh, the story is getting better. And then we say, and you launched these rockets of desire, and that non-physical part of you expanded, and you say, you're losing me a little bit, Abraham, because I launched a rocket that I'm not familiar with. And then we say, you're not familiar with it because it was expansion. You were familiar with the platform that gave birth to it. But now you've expanded. Now try to find familiarity with that expansion. And you say, I'm not equipped because I'm used to finding familiarity through my eyes, through my ears, through my nose, through my fingertips, through my tongue. I'm used to finding awareness of things through my physical senses, and I don't know how to interpret this expansion. And we say, we'll interpret this new expansion through the way you feel. Well, that feels different to me. I'm not accustomed to doing that. But then eventually you do reach for that feeling of that expansion, and you find it and you practice it until you own it. And then because you've come into consistent, steady vibrational alignment or resonance with that expanded vibration, which was weird to you just a short time ago, now in that new owning of that vibration, now you can realize it through your eyes, through your ears, through your nose, through your fingertips, through your tongue. Now it becomes a vibrational reality, and you say, oh, now I like the story again. And we want to say to you, we want you to have fun on your way to the visual realization. We want you to have fun in the emotional realization. We want the emotion of it to be what matters most to you, because you hold yourself in a gap that you don't need to hold yourself in. And that's why you want to define yourself as human rather than non-physical. It's why you want the non-physical to be deemed as better than the physical, and it does not have to be. You are the creators of the gap because you are the reason for the expansion, but you are the holders of the gap too long because you're focused upon the reality and you're not following the feeling, because you are so enamored with what you can see and hear and smell and taste and touch. And we want you, as a result of today, to become enamored with what you can feel. We want you to feel the vibrational frequency of your alignment, because the other will follow. We're not trying to talk you out of seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching. We're not trying to talk you out of manifestations. We want more manifestations to come to you than you have time or a hanger to keep them all in. In other words, we want your manifestations to continue to come, but we don't want you to do this work for the manifestation. We want you to do this work for the resonance of the vibration. The manifestations will follow. So if you're out here on the leading edge of thought, and you are, what's the leading edge? Is the leading edge the manifestation? Well, it sort of kind of is, isn't it? The manifestation is the evidence of the alignment, but it's evidence of whatever alignment that you have found. In other words, you can create castles or buttons. You can create good things and bad things. You can create wanted and unwanted. This is your playground. You get to egotistically and selfishly focus yourself into whatever reality you choose. But what's happened here today is that you've come back to the knowing of what mattered most to you when you made the decision to come. You said, I'll go and I'll have a good time. I'll go and I'll be proud of myself and others. I'll go into human form, but I'll not separate myself from the whole of who I am, but just momentarily, long enough to get a stronger whiff of what would be better. I'll go and I will discover further manifestations, but I will not sacrifice my alignment in order to do it. And then from the big picture, you said, of course I won't sacrifice my alignment to do it, because the worst thing that would happen is I would pinch myself off for a while, but then eventually I'll croak and I'll reemerge back into the full non-physical essence of who I am. So you got to be wondering, what's the point of all of it? Why do you come? It's not to make progress, because that is inevitable. It's not to have growth and expansion. You can't stop that. It's not to be deemed wonderful or worthy, because you already are. So many of the premises that you've been using to justify your existence just don't apply in this vibrational universe where source is calling you upward to that which you truly are. So what's the whole point of all of it? Why are you here? To find things that interest you. Why do you want things that interest you? Because it is satisfying. Why do you want satisfaction? Because that's your nature. Why are you here? To have a good time, to revel in the eternalness that is you. Friends, you can't get out of this eternal life. You might as well start enjoying it, you see. You might as well begin enjoying it here and now while you're in this physical body. We've enjoyed every particle of what we have chewed on together here today. We've gone to new places on many different subjects, but mostly the satisfaction that we feel as a result of this conversation is that you are now in this moment. Might not last, and it doesn't matter. You are now in this moment. It might not last, and it does not matter. You are now in this moment. It might not last, and it does not matter. You are now in this moment in resonance with the wholeness with that which is you. You have found this higher frequency, and as you have found this high flying disc, wonderful things are going to reveal themselves to you in the hours that are immediately before you. And you will, this is the best part, you will notice the difference in what you are realizing, and you will associate it with the conversation that has been taking place here today. Never again will you accept or need to accept something less than what you want as something that is outside of your control, because that has never been true, and now you know it. There is great love here for you, and as always we remain stubbornly, egotistically, selfishly, focusedly on that high flying disc in instant reception of all of the good things that you've put into the vortex. We are experiencing the realization of your future expansion in the present tense, and we're keeping the light on for you. There is great love here for you, and for now we are complete.